teach you how to make healthy plant-based meals that are salt, oil, and sugar-free. Today we're going to be making one of my favorite, I know I keep saying it's my favorite dishes, but I really love all these dishes, and we're making a Middle Eastern dish for you today. We are going to be making a healthy version, a vegan version of shakshuka. Now, shakshuka is an easy, healthy breakfast, and honestly, you can have this at any time meal. But in Israel, they will have it for breakfast and many other parts of the Middle East. It's a simple combination of tomatoes, onions, garlics, and spices. And typically, when this dish is made, they do have eggs on top. But, we're going to be leaving the poached eggs off of it, and instead we are going to be making it with chickpea. Now, should you want to have that similar taste, I guess, you could do it with tofu. You could substitute the chickpeas with the tofu, but for today, we are going to be making it with chickpea. This dish is extremely nourishing and filling and absolutely delicious and can honestly be made in minutes. So I do hope that you will give this a try. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please consider doing so. And when you subscribe, make sure to hit that the bell so that you can be notified anytime we come out with a new video, and you'll be able to catch up with us. Anyway, so we're going to get started. We're going to move over to the stove top so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm going to be doing, and we'll be right back. Okay, so right now I'm letting the skillet get warmed up because we are going to be putting in our bell peppers, our onions, and our garlic. So let me get that started. And as you can see, we're not adding any oil because you don't need to. So I'm using a white onion, but you can certainly use a red onion or the sweet onion, whatever onion you like. And should we see that it starts to stick, then we are going to be adding a little bit of water at a time. So now I'm putting in a red bell pepper. And we're going to let this saute a little bit before adding our garlic, because I don't want the garlic to start burning. So I'm going to put the lid on so that way we can sweat the onion a little bit. So it's been a couple of minutes. Let's check our onions. This is on medium high heat. And look, our onions are starting to caramelize, which is great. And I have not added any water whatsoever yet. I'm just trying to let it sweat. And I'm going to add the garlic right now. And I minced the garlic. The recipe can be found on my website. As always, all recipes are there. So it's starting to stick a little bit. I'm going to start adding a little bit of water at a time. You don't want to add a lot of water all at once. You just want to go lightly. So we're going to put the lid back on because I want my onions to caramelize even more. Okay, let's check to see what our bell peppers and onions are doing. They're starting to come around nicely. This has been probably, I'd say, about 5 minutes. So now we are going to add the tomato sauce, and I've got crushed tomatoes. I've got a 28 ounce of crushed tomatoes. Now to this mixture, we are going to add tomato paste. We are adding probably about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. This is a very tomatoey dish. And if you like tomatoes, you're gonna love this dish. Let's get this in here. We're gonna turn this down a little bit, turn down our heat. We are going to be adding tomato powder to this. Now I've gone ahead and I've made my own tomato powder because I just find that it's just too expensive when you're trying to buy it online. So I made my own, and it's super easy to make. You just dehydrate tomatoes and then you blend it up and make them into a powder. So super easy, and if you've never used tomato powder in your food, you really should. It just really enhances the flavor. Now we're going to add all of our spices, which we've got cumin, smoked paprika, chili powder, red pepper flakes. We're going to add all of that in here. Mix everything really well. Like I said, in Israel, they make this with poached eggs on top. And I remember going to Israel and having it, and it was delicious. But I'm allergic to eggs now, and going plant-based. I don't do that anymore. Next, we're going to add a little bit of date syrup, about 1 to 2 teaspoons. We're going to put this on a low simmer so that the flavors can come together. So we're going to let this simmer for a few minutes so that the flavors can all mingle, as I like to call it. And then we'll come back and add the chickpeas and the olives. So it's been a few minutes, and we're going to add our chickpeas. This is 1 can of chickpeas. And we are going to be adding some olives to this. And if you want to leave the olives out, you certainly can. And we are going to cook this on low for about 15 to 20 minutes so that the flavors can really come together and they can start to develop. So we're going to put the lid back on. And we'll see you in about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes. Let's check this out. And as you can see, everything's cooking up beautifully and the flavors have had time to develop. So we're going to leave this covered for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna be ready to eat this and add our parsley and some avocado and whatnot to it. So we'll be right back again, guys. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes, so let's check this. The lid is hot, so I try to... Oh, look at that, guys. I wish you were here to smell this. This smells so good. So I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm going to leave it in there for another minute or 2, and then we're going to come back and see what we've got. So hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Okay, so the big reveal. I've already turned this off. Check this out. Check this out. I wish you guys were here. So I'm going to move this over. And that's our main dish. So this dish is ready to go. Typically, the way we eat this is we're going to eat it with toast or with some lavash bread. And I'm going to add a few more olives on top. let's add some olive. Now I'm doing black olives. You can do the green olives, whichever olives you like. And if you want to leave the olives out, you can. I am going to add some green onions on top just to give it some color. And we're also garnishing it with fresh parsley. So we're also going to add, if you like, you can add some fresh avocado to this and enjoy it. So this is our dish. This is our vegan shakshuka. It is way too hot for me to taste it right now. I'll probably end up burning my mouth, but I've made this several times and I know the flavors are there. They're really delicious. I do hope you give this video a try. I'm going to be posting it. This will definitely be on the website, so please check out the website for this recipe. And I want to thank you guys all for watching another episode of Healthy Cooking with Shayda. And remember guys, it's one bite at a time, one meal at a time, and we will see you soon with our next video.